Good morning.
Good morning.
And welcome. We are so glad you are here. I am the Reverend Christine Dance. I use she and her pronouns, and I am proud to serve as your minister here at the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Phoenix. Welcome to our very special flower communion celebrated when the flowers are alive here in Phoenix. And oh, how they are alive right now, aren't they? Please find a space in our sanctuary, which has been set up in the round for today, where your body can be comfortable. We have multiple seating options. We have a newly designed living room seating area back there, thanks to everyone who showed up for our work day yesterday. It's filled with art supplies. Yes, thank you for all the helpers. Our sensory tools are back over there now, and there's lots of space if you wish to stand or stretch or sway. The doors over here lead to a quiet garden where speakers allow you to hear the worship service in a space designed for contemplation. And also yesterday, our garden ministry went and cleaned up that space. There are little workers helping all over around this place. Yes. A very special welcome to those of you who are joining us for the first or second time. I've met a number of you. Would you be willing to raise your hand, say hi to us if you are new here today? Yeah. Welcome to you. Welcome to our special flower communion. I always say come to 3 Unitarian Universalist services because they differ so much from one to another. The Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Phoenix strives to be a spiritual community for our time, focused on diverse theological perspectives, radical inclusion, and knowing the issues of justice and equity shape all that we do. Before I forget, did anyone leave a Kia key on the welcome desk? That would be Vince. Go, Vince. We've got you. We've got you. A very special welcome to those of you who are joining us on Zoom and on YouTube and on Facebook. Can we turn and wave to our folks online, knowing that we are one community? Hello, beloveds online. We are so glad that you are here. Much, much love to you. And today is the final day of our stewardship campaign. The theme has been UUCP to me. Today we have another chance to share what UUCP means to you. So I would love for you all to pull out your phones, go to a website. It's called menti.com, MENTI.com, and there's a code here on the instructions, 2931-6672. You get the chance there to put in 3 words of what UUCP means to you. If you're new, I don't care. It's whatever you think it means to you or whatever you're experiencing already. We're going to build a word cloud, and we're going to see that grow. So I'm going to give you just a minute to see that word cloud. Again, menti, MENTI.com. And the code is 2931. Folks online, I hope you're doing it too, 6672. So let's see if we've got anything on our word cloud that's showed up yet. Oh, it doesn't work. The code is right there, and it's on the top here. The code is 2931-6672. And it's right there on the screen, too. On the top there, it says menti.com. And the code is 2931-6672. And let's see as our word cloud builds. Love, community, acceptance. I see my name up there. It's you. I knew it was you. I was like, that's got to be Colin. Yeah, it's you. It's my wife, too. Awesome. So I see love and friends and support and home and family and connection. Beautiful job. Continue to add that in there. We'll take a picture of it and share it in our newsletter this week. Thank you for building what UUCP means to you. So now it is my pleasure to introduce our worship associate, John LaBarbera, today.
It was so lovely. Thank you, everybody. Good morning. I am John LaBarbera. Thank you. My pronouns are he, they, and I am your worship associate for today. Our opening words are usually from a credible source, but today they're from me. Imagine if we were all flowers, growing together from sprout to seedling, intertwining our roots to ensure we all bloom toward the sun, receiving nourishment from Mother Nature's offering of refreshing rain, sharing little pieces of ourselves with each other, with the help of buzzing bumblebees, of course. And just like flowers, each one of us is unique and beautiful and offers something so special. So embrace your flower and live in bloom. Join me as we recite our covenant and Johnny Lifshitz lights our chalice. Love is the doctrine of this congregation. The quest for truth is our sacrament, and service is our prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in freedom, to share our strength in fellowship, thus do we covenant.
Today's story about gathering flowers is adapted from a book, A Crown for Corina, which is actually at the back table if you're interested in looking at the original text. It's by Lacan Zia Kemp, and it's in 3 parts. Here's our first one.
The desert is bursting with color. The colors are so bright that it looks like the land is throwing una fiesta. And I want to celebrate too. I will make a corona with the most beautiful flowers that I find. And I will take my canasta and my sun hat and head off into the desert hills. And as I run through the flowers, I feel their petals graze the tips of my fingers. Some are soft and smooth, and others can be, prickly. And some even make me, achoo, sneeze.
I reach for the blossoms of a desert thorn apple. Their bell shape and bright shine remind me of Benji's trombone. I begin to twist them into a circle. I hear memory music of my community's songs. Every flower in my crown can tell the story of who I am and where I come from. The long stems of the desert marigolds are the perfect base for my crown. The bright yellow flowers whisper the story of my first love. They brought me perfect bouquets of these sunshine faces to remember our picnics in Quail Canyon. These blooms make the frame for my other flowers, They remind me that I can love and be loved.
Good morning, I'm Benji Messer, UUCP's music director. I use he, him pronouns. I'm happy today to have the choir with me in service, along with Connie Yarmarkt on piano and violin, and Ann Lackey on violin, and our guest artist today, Bill White, a doctoral guitar performance student at ASU. And yep, you'll hear him play in just a moment. And I'd like to begin by singing De Colores together. De Colores celebrates the colors of all flowers and all people. It was a very important song in the farm workers' rights movement in this part of the country, and this Friday is Cesar Chavez Day, so it seems very appropriate. We'll sing in both English and Spanish. Feel free to stand or to stay seated. Lyrics will be on the projector.
Springtime with all of its flowers.
Well, that was a lot of fun. I really like doing that. Everything going on at UUCP can be found at our website, phoenixuu.org, and our weekly newsletter, Compass. The Civic Engagement Team wishes to thank all who brought donations for the PV Community Bank. If you still want to contribute, email them at civicengagement@phoenixuu.org. This afternoon, after 3 years, we're having our annual congregational picnic sponsored by the Foundation. Come join us at McCormick-Stillman Railroad Park from 12:30 to 4:30. There will be a bounce house, games, and food. You just need to bring a side dish because everything else is taken care of. Food will be served between 1 to 2:30-ish, and we hope you will join us for a great time. Now, for our stewardship reflections for our final week, we have Joan Roberts, John Reed Maffio, and myself.
Thanks, John.
You got it.
Yeah. I'm Johnny Lifshitz. I use he, him pronouns, and I've been honored to be the stewardship chair for this year. As a quick update, we've had 131 pledges come in so far that have totaled about 367,000 of the 625,000 that we need for next year. Absolutely grateful to everybody who has stepped forward. And as you can tell, we need a little bit more moving forward and committing and becoming part of the congregation moving into next year. In the month of March, there's only so many stewardship moments. Many of you have volunteered, and we've been as open and welcoming to as many people as possible. And so I'm going to ask John Reed, who I know is here, but I can't see him there. John Reed Maffeo to come forward and give a stewardship reflection.
Good morning. I'm glad to be here among friends. Who am I? Why am I here? That is a question many of us could ask from time to time. Today is my opportunity to answer the question in the context of UUCP Congregation of Phoenix. Who am I? What am I doing here? My name is John Reed Maffeo. I am not a member of the congregation, but I attend service on most Sundays. Before COVID, I spent a lot of time in the office working on various projects. Now, when a call comes in for help, I frequently say yes. Hanging pictures in the sanctuary, chaperoning teenage overnights, putting out or taking up chairs, or facilitating a small group. There are lots of things a person can do around here, often without a lot of direction. We are, I guess, what you would call a do-ocracy in many ways. I also make a monthly monetary contribution for the upkeep of the congregation and the campus, for which we are all grateful. Did you notice I said we are after I told you I'm not a member of the congregation? What does that mean? I'm a friend of the congregation. There may be people here who are surprised to hear this. They see me at service and being of service and assume that I am a member. Who is he? How did he get here? Well, I'm not much of a joiner. I don't have a high regard for organized religion, and well, disorganized religion either. I do, however, enjoy hanging out with people who have sympathies similar to my own. Accept me for who I am, And don't try to convince me to see everything their way. I started my journey here by sharing my love of poetry by walking with a small group. Later, I was invited to explore a meditation small group, and my participation blossomed from that. When my first pledge drive came around, I thought about it for a while and decided that I was getting so much out of my participation in the congregation that I should make a pledge to support it. I didn't feel the need to become a member to do that. However, I do feel the need. I do consent to being counted among the members and friends of UUCP. Thank you, you.
Thank you, John Reed. John Reed is one of the principal reasons why we say to be counted amongst the members and friends, because for some people, membership is just not in their purview. And John Reed represents the commitment of finances and time and love to our congregation. As a reminder, there is a stewardship table in the back corner that does have paper stewardship forms, but you can also pledge online at phoenixuu.org/pledge. And in stark contrast to John Reed, I'm inviting Joan Roberts to come up and give a stewardship reflection, because Joan has been a member here longer than I've been on earth, pretty much. But that doesn't prevent us from being friends and joyful colleagues and everything else. So Joan Roberts, welcome back to the lectern.
Yes, he talked me into this. Since I don't do pronouns, I consider myself vintage. Especially if I were a chair, I would certainly be vintage, because I have just turned 89. So the first time we came here was, at that point I had a husband and 3 children. And so I thought, actually we lived in Winnipeg, and every Sunday I watched what that church did, their sermons and all. Well, it was too far away, too cold, and 3 little kids. So when we came to Phoenix, I thought, aha, there is a Unitarian church near me. So we packed it up, came over, and after the service I thought, oh my God, I no longer have to lie about anything. I can just be myself. And people will either accept me or not. And so then we started coming. And believe me, I've done everything in this church except sing in the choir, because I have absolutely no voice. And when I see people here, you know, most of my long-term friends are not here, but some of you are. So maybe I'm not totally vintage. And this group, this was a church, this structure. Then it was a congregation. And now I feel it's really, really close that we should be called a community, because that's what we are. We think about other people, we want to help people, and we enjoy seeing each other. However, there is one little problem here, and that we need money. You can't run this place on nothing. It would be wonderful if we were magic and we could just say, woo, 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 here it is, it's all finished. But instead, we're caught in inflation. And I can't believe what it costs to repair, to maintain, and take care of something. But since I know all of you enjoy coming here, this is part of your life. It's certainly part of my life. You know, imagine I'm still driving. my car. But I'm not getting a new one because there's too many things to learn. You know, it used to be simple. You just put your key in and started, and that was it. So anyway, thank you all for being here, and I hope you will continue. And if you have any friends who need enlightenment, please bring them.
The joy of mine is knowing that Joan shows up to service and I can corner her for at least 10 minutes and have a wonderful conversation. And our third reflection comes from our worship associate, John LaBarbera, who is a new participant and not even sure he's a member yet, although he's up here.
Yes. Thank you. Hello again. I am pulling double duty today and reading from my phone because that's who I am. Both as your worship associate and as a congregant who is committed to our amazing Unitarian Universalist congregation of Phoenix. What does UUCP mean to me? It means community. The infectious energy of this entire congregation, week in and week out, truly gets me through the following week until we get to the next Sunday. Thank you. It means acceptance. What a place this is that unconditionally accepts folks from all walks of life, folks searching for their place, their home. I know that my family and I are certainly appreciative of that. And speaking of which, UUCP is family. The old adage, "it takes a village," is no more accurate than here at this congregation. Children are indeed our future. Having a space for them to grow and interact with our intergenerational faith community will undoubtedly ensure that UUCP will be around for generations to come. I'm grateful, thank you, yes, intergenerational faith community. I'm grateful that this congregation has not only tolerated but embraced my own rambunctious child. He, like all of us gathered here, is a work in progress. On a personal note, it's a creative outlet for me. I've always loved writing and public speaking, and UUCP allows me a space to do that. Above all, UUCP is the spiritual center of my world. It's the place I go to for solace, deep thought, and reassurance. I feel fulfilled when I'm here, amongst such wonderful people who share my core values. So without further ado, I commit to be present and accountable for the care and preservation of UUCP. I consent to be counted among the members and friends of UUCP. And I implore you to do the same. Your pledges keep us afloat. From our ministers, our professional and dedicated audio-visual team, our children's ministry, small groups, the lovely snacks we enjoy after every service, and the folks who set that all up. Think about your favorite thing here at UUCP. Your pledge makes that happen. Please scan the QR code and make a pledge now.
You will be receiving one last email from us about the close of stewardship because March closes it. If we haven't heard from you, you're going to hear from us. So we're going to reach out by email or text or phone to get in touch with you. Please visit phoenixuu.org/pledge. If you have any questions, email stewardship@phoenixuu.org. Thank you.
Hi again. For our offering, we share the plate between UUCP and a different organization each week as a way to reflect our values. For March 2023, our Share the Plate partner is Project Roots. The mission of this Phoenix nonprofit is to nourish and educate communities in need by promoting a healthier, natural, and more sustainable way of urban living by growing their own food. From local community gardens to a mobile kitchen service to supplying clothing and shelters, Project Roots is making a difference in our community. Please be generous to our community partner and our community. We are grateful for your generosity.
Story of gathering flowers continues. I pick three, let me get my sun hat. I pick 3 desert rose mallow to put right at the front of my crown of flowers. I smile to see the truth of their delicate pale yellow bloom, so different from the deep black-red bud. I wonder if they feel proud to have changed so much. I wonder how they knew it would be okay to blossom in their real color. I think of our siblings, our trans siblings coming into themselves, finding new names, new fabrics, new postures, their transformation bringing a sense of ease and gentleness. Oh, and Chuparosa. The fiery red petals of the Chuparosa are a sharp contrast to the yellows and whites in my crown. Like shouts of color, they remind me of red shirts on Wednesdays to support our teachers in the Red for Ed movement. They remind me of the red first aid kits of community health workers when Mr. 45 came to town and La Policia made our eyes burn. They remind me of the red handprints across the mouths of our indigenous sisters. I wrap the chuparosa around my corona, making sure that I can see the bright red at all times. The petals shout out to me, show me what justice looks like. This is what justice looks like.
A roadside patch of wild mix has caught my attention. Even though they all grow in this one spot, each flower is so different. Tall, delicate, bright, soft, ragged, rounded. Each has space, sun, and soil that it needs to bloom. One by one, I find the perfect place in my corona, careful to spread their colors around the whole circle. Of course, I've left the feathery white petals and bold yellow centers of the saguaro just where they are. I don't want to touch them. Circling the top of our giant cactus, these crowns are so different from mine. All one type of flower, just that white and yellow, sprouting from spiny skin, calling to the wrens and hummingbirds and the memory of bees we once had. A different story to tell for different ears than mine, a different crown. But they steal no beauty from my corona. The cactus and I both stretch tall, and we both stretch strong, both so proud to be crowned.
I look out across our Sonora at the scrub and sand. I see the language I sometimes forget. One spoken not in words, but in the prick of a cactus needle, in the plumes of a roadrunner's tail, and in the perfect petrichor of creosote bushes. The tiny branches with their little yellow flower kisses weave into the stems of my flower-filled corona. Each one is dependent and responsive to the shift of the other to hold my crown's perfect shape. Sorry, I'm having too much fun up here with a toddler. Hi, Precious, you gonna help me? It is the time when we share the joys and sorrows of our community. Being together, it is good to share, to support each other, and to connect. Folks on Zoom, please feel free to enter any joys and sorrows that you have in the chat below, putting your name first so that I can know who it is. And there are joys and sorrow cards in the back here. I've got a couple of them for you. So let us take a deep breath while we create space for the joys and sorrows of our community. I first wanted to give you all an update on Donna Talbot. Donna is out of the ICU. She is in the PCCU, healthcare workers, I've got that right? Is that? Of the hospital. She's probably moving to an acute care facility on Monday. We are seeing gradual improvements in her. And the congregation has stepped right in, has been providing meal support for Terry and their family, companioning for Terry, and also visits to see Donna. In the next few weeks, we're putting even more structure around that as we see what her care requires. We appreciate you keeping the family in your prayers during this very difficult time. I've got a couple here in person, one from Sandy Weir about Russell Davis and his family. Is Russell with you here? This is outside time. So baby Russell is the grandchild to Don and Sandy, who we have only ever seen, a COVID baby who we have only seen in pictures. It is so lovely to see him in 3D. And Sandy says, we have our visitor from Colorado. He's 3. Pam Weir Davis is sleeping after their car trip yesterday. Her wife, Leanne, and other grandparents are here too. Hooray, hooray from all of us to see baby Russell. And from Herb Tucker, who is in the choir, to Mickey Tucker. Where is Mickey? Right there, hiding. Herb says, celebrating 13 years of happily ever after on March 20th. Happy anniversary to you both. And we have a greeting from our online. Hi, I'm Chrissy from San Diego. My joy is being able to be here with you today. Thank you. And I see you, Chrissy. Welcome, welcome. We're so glad that you're with us here today. So as we consider those joys and sorrows in our life and in our community, I invite you into a time of prayer and meditation. I invite you to center yourself, put your feet on the floor to settle in place. Take a few deep breaths. Spirit of life, Spirit of love, that which holds us all and that which is unnameable. Our lives are like flowers. Like the flowers in our story, we gather flowers for our crowns. We collect beautiful moments, beautiful joys, delightful experiences, laughters and smiles. When the days are sunny and bright, may we celebrate in the beauty of the precious, beautiful flowers. But most flowers also fall off of their branches at the end of the season. Is it an inevitable fact that they die? So are the thorns and the flowers that fall in our lives. We create space for the sorrows of our lives, the challenges, the disappointments, the sadnesses, the griefs, the struggles. We create space here today to mourn and to cry and to have hope that the flowers will return again. And there are the times that we wait for the flowers to return, the liminal space, the in-between. May we have hope that they will return to their full beauty soon. For all of the seasons of our lives, we rely on the strength of community, on our faith, and the confidence that we are all part of the cycle of life, and that we know that love endures. Join me in a moment of silence as we contemplate the flowers of our lives. Amen. Blessed be, and Ashe.
The song Sunny Thursday, or Jueves de Sol, for choir and guitar, was written by the Mexican composer Francisco Alcantar in 2003, and the lyrics translated into English are, "In the universe, there are many illusions, and it's in your heart where flowers are born."
I
I plop down. Would you like me to start again?
Yes, please.
Happily. So many Mexican gold poppies stretch out across the foothills. Patches of orange in the distance, and some also right here near me. But I'm so tired from my time in the sun. I plop down in a bed of perfectly satin yellow. And I pick stem after stem after stem to weave into my crown. It's full to bursting now, and I think maybe I need to make 2 crowns. 3, 4, 12, 79. There are more than enough flowers, and each crown I give will be a reminder of our desert. Each one telling the story of the sun and the soil and the pollinators and the story of me and the story of us. I look at my crown in my hand. So perfect, colorful, woven. I want to give this crown to you.
I want you to remember, too. I want you to remember when we place La Corona on our head, we become its roots, reaching back through time to hold on to things that matter, our families, our community, our history. Touch the flowers one by one and remember my story. When people smile at the flower crown upon your head, tell them the story. Tell them all the ways you are rooted in the people you love.
And when the petals begin to drop, know that they wither because we pulled them from the soil. And it is hard to survive too far from where we began. And as you travel and grow, remember that you are planted in love. You will have another crown, so many other crowns of other flowers, but this one is the story of right now. Remember that right now is a very important and beautiful story.
These flowers keep time. They tell us we are season wiser. They tell us to till the old stories of ourselves to find new words, letting them bloom from our truth to weave blossoms into coronas to wear with pride. Proud that we are generous, interdependent, made of so many stories, equal, just, transformed, and most of all, loved. It is the time when we build our metaphorical coronas now. It is time for us to share in our ritual of the flower communion. Zoom folks, I wish to start with a blessing for you. I invite you to look at flowers, take a flower, think of flowers, and I bless you, our beloveds, with this flower. May you know and embrace just how unique and special you all are, like the uniqueness of each flower. May you know that you are a critical part of this community, a part of the beautiful bouquet that we are. And may you accept this flower as a gift to build in your own corona, knowing that our stories are interwoven together. They are gifts of the heart. May you know how deeply worthy you are of this gift. Now to us in the room, for the online folks, may this be a meditation watching everyone get a flower. I ask that you all come up and take a flower. Please approach reverently with a sense of how important it is for each of us to collect the flower that speaks to us, to collect the flower for our own corona de amor, our crown of love. I invite you to select a flower that's different than the one that you brought. If you brought one, if you didn't bring one, we have plenty. As you take your chosen flower, noting its particular shape and its beauty, remember that it represents the beauty in all of us. It is a gift that someone else brought for you. It represents that person's humanity and deserves our tenderest touch. Let us share in this Unitarian Universalist ritual of oneness and love.
So we'll close today with From You I Receive, To You I Give by the Jewish musicians Joseph and Nathan Segal. And we'll do it first together, and then as a two-part round, I'll cue in this side and then that side, and don't worry, you'll be fine.
In a moment, we will have coffee hour. We have one online and one outside where we can share our flowers and our community together. But before, we will have an opportunity to greet one another. I encourage you to find our new folks and say hi to them. I want to give special love to Terry's kids, Terry Talbot's kids who are here. We've got Julie and Rob who are here to gather love from this community today. We are so with you in this journey. So while we close and afterwards take a moment to introduce yourself to new folks, adult and children's activities will begin at noon to give everyone a chance to get someone as coffee hour. So now may we take our flowers and go out into the world knowing that they represent the love of community, our individuality, the spirit of commitment and justice, and the collection of all of our moments of our lives to make the coronas of our lives. Go in peace. Go in love.